Hello and welcome. This is not so live. This is episode 20. This is double R. And before I start the episode, thank you to the people that have viewed the channel and left a like. It's much appreciated, and even the ones who left a comment, thank you. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the 1993 blockbuster that was Jurassic Park, starring Sam Neill, Jeffrey Goldblum, Lauren Dern, and Richard Attenborough. So, the film's budget was 63 million, and it recorded a box office smash of just over £1 billion. I didn't realise that it had earned just over £1 billion at the box office. I've watched the film God knows how many times, but obviously never looked it up to see how well it had done. I know it's a fantastic film. Also, two actors I left out were Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Ray Arnold, and Wayne Knight, who plays Dennis. So, the trilogy was based off the 1990 novel of the same name. It was wrote by Michael Crichton. I think that's how you say. So, with the backing of Universal Studios, Spielberg acquired the rights for 1.5 million. He also got the person that wrote the novel to do a screenplay, which would be then going to become Jurassic Park, the film. So, one of the iconic moments of the film has got to be the music. It just, I don't know, there's just something about that music. No sooner you hear it, that's the first thing you think of, Jurassic Park. You see, you get the big gates open up, and then the drive-in. It's just magical. So, everyone's got to have watched the film. If you haven't watched the first Jurassic Park film, I highly recommend watching it. It's a brilliant film. So, what I find good about it is how it starts. So once they've already got to the park, you see them big dinosaurs with the tall necks, and you see Sam Neill's character sort of just fall to the floor. He's like in disbelief, he can't believe it. Then there's the part where they tell you about how they were made. They tunnel down and get the blood from mosquitoes that have been covered in this tree sap stuff, and then they mix it with other animals like frogs, and that's how they create the dinosaurs. And then it takes you to the bit where they are in the lab. I don't think he takes them there. I think he just gets out the chair, breaks out the chair, and he's not supposed to, and he goes back, and there's I think it's a raptor. There's an egg hatching, and he's like interested. He's like, I can't believe you've got raptors, because at the start of the film, I'm sure he's talking about a raptor and how they can communicate with one another, but it's just a theory. So after all that, you then meet, there's two young children, a boy and a girl. That's the Richard Attenborough's character's niece and nephew. They then give him the tour. You also find that while the tour's taking place, that Wayne Knight's character Dennis is trying to double cross. So he's been paid a lot of money to collect these DNA samples, and he's going to get them onto a boat and basically sell them to another company. While they're out and them touring, they come across a sick dinosaur. Dennis shuts down the park, as I'm trying to head back, and they are by the T-Rex enclosure, and there's that iconic scene where the T-Rex, you hear the boom, boom, and the water starts rippling, and that's probably one of my most favourite scenes in the film. And then obviously it rolls on from there, and I think this is where you see the first person gets eaten. It's the solicitor. I don't know what he was called. He hides in the bathroom and he gets eaten by the T-Rex. And then, obviously, as the film carries on, he knocks the car off the ledge and basically almost killing, I think it's the two children. And I think Sam Neill's character, who's called Alan Grant, Jeffrey Goldblum's character gets knocked unconscious. Then they realise something's gone wrong, and this is where there's a guard as well. He drives Lauren Dern's character Ellie to try and find out what's happened, and that's when they recover Jeffrey Goldblum's character. He's like lying in a load of leaves and stuff. He's basically, and I think he's hurt his leg, done something to his leg, he can't walk properly. And there's that iconic scene where they get chased by the T-Rex, and he's like literally just inches away from just chewing the car up, and they manage to lose it. That scene in itself is brilliant. So another good scene, which I think when I was younger it made me jump, was the Wayne Knight scene when he's trying to escape, and there's this tropical storm, so there's rain coming down, and basically he's got this, it's like a can of whipped cream, but you unscrew it and that's where he puts the DNA, and because of the weather he takes a wrong turning and his car ends up getting stuck and he loses his glasses, and there's this dinosaur, and basically it's got this neck thing that opens up and it spits like this black tar stuff, and so basically he gets attacked and killed by this dinosaur. Another favourite scene of mine is where you actually start to see the raptors, how they work as a pack, and I'm sure they kill one of the guards. He was the one driving the Jeep when they was trying to escape from the T-Rex after saving Jeffrey Goldblum's character. He gets killed by the raptors, and I'm sure Samuel Jackson's character also gets killed by the raptors. And then there's that scene where the two kids, I think it's a kitchen they're hiding in, and the raptors are trying to hunt them down, and it's like really slow and methodical, and then you just see, when they're hiding, you just see the shadow appear, and then you hear the noise, and then it just like hunter versus prey. They're just trying to escape, and then I'm sure one of the raptors gets ate by the T-Rex. They escape down the dinosaur, and then one of the raptors is there, and before it can do anything, the T-Rex picks it up and just like sort of rags it about. I'll have to look that up. I 100%, I'm sure it happens. Well, I hope it does. So I know I've sort of jumped back and forwards between scenes there. For me, they was like the most impactful scenes. I mean, there's all, that's just little snippets of the film. Another nail-biting scene is when the two kids and Sam Neill's character climbing the fence, and it sort of shows you rebooting the park to put the power back on, and the kids and Sam Neill's character trying to get over the fence, and I think the lads to the left still on the fence, and then what, come on, you need to get down, and all of a sudden the power goes on and you just see this and like you think he's dead. And I'm trying to think, there's another scene where that's it with a car, when they first encounter the T-Rex and the car stuck in the tree and they have to try and avoid being squashed. That's another nail-biting scene. You think, if you haven't watched the film, but when I first watched it as a kid, it was like, Christ, from out the frying pan into the fire kind of scenario. You just escaped the T-Rex and now you're stuck in a massive tree and there's a jeep about to fall on you. So, covering Jurassic Park, one of my favourites, absolute classic film. I know they did Jurassic Park 2 and 3, and they've also now brought out a trilogy of Jurassic World. I might cover one of those films because I did enjoy the first Jurassic World film, so I might cover that one day. If I sound a bit snuffly, not sure if I've got a cold or allergies. I don't feel like I've got a cold, so I'm putting it down to allergies of some sort, but my nose just seems really blocked and it's affecting my voice. So I do apologise for that, but apart from that, I'm feeling great. I hope you've all had a good Monday, if that's possible, and I hope you all enjoy the video. I will be back again soon. I hope you all have a good evening.